Good morning. It's Stephen Collins with Fort Worth Realty. I wanted to take a minute to record a video to talk about the stats and the market conditions for Tarrant County. We're going to look at two sets of numbers. We're going to look at the February numbers because that's the most updated numbers we have. And then we're going to talk about the March numbers, the first week in March. I really wanted to take a minute to record this video and explain some of the numbers you see and not just give you a market update. So this is going to be a full market update condition. We're also at the end of this video going to answer the question that many of you are asking, which is when will this market crash? So a lot of people keep asking us that. We're going to try to dive into that. We're going to get some more information on that. But let's go ahead and dive straight into the numbers. So these numbers on the screen right now, these are from February. In February, the median sales price was $340,000. That's up 3.9% from January. So home prices are continuing to increase month after month. For the month of February, we had 1,549 closed sales. That's down 11.8 from January. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's down. That's a good thing, right? No, what that means when you see closed sales going down, it means that the inventory is not coming up to meet the demands of the buyers. So there's not as many closings in the market, even though there's a lot of buyers still out there trying to get offers accepted. So being down 11.8% on closed sales is a very good indication that the listings are way down as well. So let's talk about the listings. For February, we had 3,282 listings year to date. So January and February, there was 3,200 listings, or sales, I'm sorry. We had 3,630 listings. So what you see is that's really a difference of about 300 to 400 listings to sales. What that means is just from February, there are some houses that went on the market at the end of the month. They didn't sell until March. They're not going to be indicated until the March numbers. So, what we're seeing is when houses hit the market, they are selling very quickly. Right now, there are 500 current listings in all of Tarrant County. These are historic low inventory numbers we have not seen ever. So this is just showing that the market is continually swinging to the seller side, and it's very difficult right now for buyers. The reason you're seeing low number of listings is because listings are selling on average in 7 days. That's 28% quicker than they sold in January. So houses are selling even quicker now. And the reason we say 7 days, because you'll hear a lot of realtors tell you houses are selling in 2 to 3 days. Well, the 7 days shows the full time frame that house was on the market and under option period. So what we see a lot of is houses sell within the first 2 to 3 days because so many buyers are writing multiple offers. Their offer is getting accepted Sunday night and they're backing out during the option period on Monday. What that's doing is increasing our average days on the market. So houses are generally selling 2 to 3 days on the market, but the average is 7 to account for that option period. Option period is usually about 3 to 5 days right now. So the reason that this is important, the low listings and the average days on the market, is because for sellers, houses are selling significantly over asking price. So for February, houses sold 108.98% over the list price. So that means sellers are typically getting 9% more than what they listed their house for. Pretty much all houses on the market are going over asking price at this point. The reason for that is we only have 0.6 months of inventory. So in a balanced market, when you see that there's enough inventory of sellers to meet the demands of buyers, our months of inventory is about 7. Right now we're at 0.6 or less than 1. So what you're seeing is it's going to take significantly amount of time for us to get up to that 7 to get this back to somewhat of a balanced market. We're anticipating that's going to take several years. So it's going to be 2 to 3 years before you see inventory levels get back to pre-pandemic levels and back to where somewhat of a balanced market. Well, also, as all of this is going on, what we also see is interest rates are going up. So the average interest rates in February, it was actually about 4.15. I think 4.25 because they combined with the 7-day average, but we're looking at about 4.12 or 15 to 4.25 for your interest rates. Now, of course, that depends on your credit, your down payment, the loan programs. This is just a national average, so not guaranteeing anybody that loan program's out there. So this is the stats from February. So let's look at what happened and see what's happening in the first 6 days of March. So in the first 6 days of March, we've had 588 closed transactions. So the closed transactions, these are transactions from January and February that are just now starting to close. So we have 588 of those close, and only 500 new listings came onto the market. Essentially what you're seeing is more homes are selling than are coming on the market. That is what is driving up this demand. 75 homes came back on the market in the last 7 days. Why did they come back on the market? A lot of reasons. Financing fell through, the option period, buyers changed their mind. What we're seeing is right now there are a significant amount of houses coming back on the market because buyers are writing so many offers. That's why it's imperative that you list your house with a real estate agent that can help you navigate what offers are the best in terms, full terms, not just sales price, so you don't see your house coming back on the market. We also had 61 price decreases. The reason you're seeing a price decrease of that amount, what we're seeing happen is the news is overhyping how hard this market is. And a lot of sellers are now deciding to list their house significantly over what the house is worth. Well, this market does have a breaking point. And if you try to list your house well over market value, you scare off a lot of buyers. And what that does is result in price decreases and longer time on the market. So our median sales price is $360. That's up $20,000 from just the February numbers. So for the first 6 days of March, median sales price rose. So what you're seeing is we're continuing to have that uptick in numbers because houses are going so far over list price. Remember, houses are going 9% over list price. Average days on the market for the first 6 days in March were 27. That took into account the 75 houses that came back on the market, which kind of mess up the average days on the market, which is why you see it higher now than you saw in February. Once we average those numbers out for March, you'll see it's right back down. But because this is a 6-day snapshot, that's kind of what created that increase in numbers. The median list price right now is $364,950, and we're still at 0.6 months of inventory. That is not changing. Probably November, December last year, we were at 0.7. We're down to 0.6. It's continuously going down. So now I wanted to answer one question that we hear quite often is, when is this market going to crash? We hear it every day. Buyers say, I'm not going to buy a house right now. Housing prices are going to crash. Sellers are saying, I got to sell my house today because the market's going to crash. Let's talk about it. We are at that 0.6 months of inventory right now. We've got to be at 7 months to be a balanced market, and higher than that to move to a buyer's market. Buyer's markets are where you see prices start slightly coming down a little bit because houses are on the market longer. Sellers try to just get their house sold. They do price reductions. We're not seeing any of that right now. So we all knew the foreclosure moratorium ended last year, the end of last year. So everybody thinks that means there's going to be a flood of foreclosures back on the market. The truth is, out of the 8 million people that were in forbearance since COVID started, 76% of them exited forbearance, and over 18% of them did some kind of payment arrangements or refinancing. You're not going to see foreclosures come on the market. The reason for that is if you've bought your house in the last 2 years, with the way we've had appreciation, it was 17% in 2021. You could sell your house and not have to worry about foreclosure and still walk away with money. We're not going to see those foreclosures hit the market for quite some time. It's going to be back when we're up closer to 7 months of inventory. I don't anticipate us seeing a market crash at all. What we are anticipating seeing is as interest rates go up, you're going to see inventory start going up because less buyers are going to be qualified. So hopefully that will turn the table and start bringing months of inventory back up, and we'll also start bringing listings back up. So at least, we can get back to somewhat of a balanced market or start moving towards that balanced market. Right now, Texas is still the third place. Fort Worth is the third city in Texas that people are moving to and relocating to. Texas is number 2 in the United States for people moving to the state. What this means is way too many people are moving in. There's not enough builders building houses right now to meet the demand. So we are going to be in this inventory shortage for quite some time. I wouldn't anticipate seeing the market crash for years to come. So sorry, I hate to break it to all those buyers that are like, yep, 6 more months, I'm going to buy a house when the market crashes. You're looking at several years of this. The problem is, as this goes on, interest rates are going to go up. Now you're paying more for your house in value and in price because of interest rates. So if you are sitting on the fence, now is the time to move. Reach out to us. We have programs that will help you get into houses and make your offers look stronger. If you're a seller, you're thinking about moving, your house is appreciating every month. You're going to get more money than you're planning on it. So now is the great time to sell. Give us a call. We would love to help. If you have any questions about any of the markets, if you're not in Tarrant County or you want to see a specific market or a specific neighborhood, give me a call. I'm happy to run those numbers for you. Happy to give you a market report and see how we can help. Thanks for watching the video. You have a great day.